What's up, Ego? Did I just say what's up, Ego? I mean, what's up, YouTube? Yeah, I got the two mixed up. So it is what it is. Here I go again. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, why I'm here, what's the mission, what's the goal, what I'm talking about today. But I want to be as transparent as fucking humanly possible, even though nobody's probably watching right now. They probably come watch later. Um, and that's fine. But I just wanted to talk about these weird dreams, reoccurring dreams that I've been having. And it might be a sign that something is about to happen. And I need to prepare for that before, before it's too late. I feel like that everybody that when they about to die or you don't want to wish that on yourself, but you just in your spirit, like how Tupac knew he was about to die, he knew. I feel like a lot of other people experience that when they know in their heart and their body and everything is something about to happen. And something that help us to see the things that are about to happen are in our dreams, like when we're not awake and we're trying not to pay attention to it. But um the shit be in my dreams and everything I'm trying to run away from, it be there. The things that I'm afraid of while I'm awake, it be there. So I'm always transitioning from one place to another, not knowing where I'm supposed to be at. I know where I'm accepted the most, and I know where I've been allowed to be, but I don't know where I'm supposed to be. So a lot of times, my dreams reflect that. Another thing is being trapped in something unpleasant and having to uh, fight your way to get out of that unpleasant place, but still being stuck there. And not learning the lesson and having to repeatedly keep going through, you know, uh, being uncomfortable and battling with yourself. And that's what I've been experiencing, and it's very uncomfortable when I sleep. I can't even really enjoy my sleep anymore as it is because I keep having these unpleasant experiences in my dreams and really takes away from the pleasure of sleeping and resting and escapism and all that other stuff, that the pleasure that you get from sleeping in. So I don't know, it's like a battle between loving sleep and like not even wanting to. It's a battle between not wanting to dream but not wanting to wake up. And another weird thing, I don't know how this blunt broke either. Um, so it just I don't know, man. I don't know. It just feels like honestly, what's gonna help pull you through it, you can't even see it. You can't envision it. You haven't had that experience, so you really don't know. But I really like might as well just fucking pass out and eat all the cheesecake. But like what's the point of having cheesecake, a whole fucking pan full or a whole pie, and you don't even eat it? Even if it's not yours, you better embrace that shit and eat it. What if it goes to waste? You're going to be upset that you didn't embark on that experience to just be gluttonous and eat before the option to be gluttonous is no longer. I know people going to look at this and be like, this bitch is crazy. And they're right. I am. And you know what's made me crazy? What's made me crazy is life. What's made me crazy is my experiences of life. What's made me crazy is heartbreak, love. What's made me crazy is rejection. What's made me crazy is feeling like I'm not enough. That the world won't value me. The world wants to fuck me, but not claim me as its wife. Um, I definitely like to make my eyebrows as thick as possible or dark as possible. I don't know why. It just calms me. It soothes me to make my eyebrows really, really dark. Okay. Um, Typically they're not there. They don't even exist in the real world. But I still draw them on and highlight around them as much as I possibly can. Like this. This is what I do. Um, and I'm not, very good with this type of thing. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I am. Horrible. I'm horrible at my makeup. I'm very bad at it. And oh my gosh. There's this guy. There's a lot of guys. Like, I'm always honestly falling for people. This is very unhealthy for me to be obsessed with the guy that I am. I have very many love interests. I wonder what my horoscope reads. Does it read that you're a crazy bitch that doesn't know what she wants, and so therefore you get easily distracted by your emotions, and you think you're in love, but you're really not. You're very much in lust, and it's a temporary feeling. Tomorrow you will feel different, and you won't even care about these people or even care to experience anything with them. So could be what I'm going through and experiencing. I'm not sure. But that's what it feels like in my heart of all hearts. So I have to accept what it is and accept this feeling is temporary when I do feel like I'm in deep, passionate love with someone that I don't even know. How can you love someone that you don't know? How can you love anybody anyway? Uh, I go through bouts where I feel like I love people and then I absolutely hate them. But because my brain, because of trauma and um, how genetically my brain is wired, it's why I switch from love to hate so quickly. It's kind of scary. It made me feel uncomfortable, but it's just a part of being me. And I have to come to terms with that and accept it. Just like I have to accept the fact that what I have in my head right now, might be the end of all ends, right? I'm gonna have to snatch this off and just wear my regular hair and have a big ass head and just be okay with that and be okay with how I look And don't let anybody, their views about how I look change me into a different person. Because I'm more than what the eye can see. I'm not visually appealing to look at, but I'm still me. And oh God, here I am again. Here I am again. I woke up this morning for a reason. I came live today for a reason. Everything that happens and is done is for a reason. And I just don't know why. But it is. It might seem like a bitch rambling, which I'm not. But if it does seem that I'm rambling, that's a good thing. I want to appear to be rambling because this is how my brain operates. My thought process is all over the place. For whatever reason, sometimes it makes sense and it goes together like a chronological puzzle. Other times, it just don't make no sense or have no rhyme or rationale, reasoning, or logistics behind it. But I still progress. I still progress. Even though I want to de-rest, even though I want to be in stress, I still progress because we're constantly progressing. Even when it looks like we're stagnant and we're not moving, we're still going forward. Whether we want to go with the motions that are moving forward or it drags us along, we are still going forward because it's not for us to stay in one spot. We are not those type of people. And being a younger person coming to older adulthood, where I'm be a grandmother, a great grandmother soon, a great aunt, already an aunt, but great aunt. It's really crazy. It's really crazy how things change so much over time. It's really crazy when you look at yourself and you see where you came from. You see little bits and pieces of where you came from. It's really crazy to not understand any of it, but yet be so familiar with it. It's really crazy that we could have something to say, and that's something that we say is very important, but still nobody hears it and can understand it. It's very crazy. Like everything that you could see and experience and touch and feel and live in the world. And yes, I think I should continuously speak as if I'm speaking in riddles every time because nobody will feel that, which I feel deeply. What I feel deeply comes from a place that I have been very, very familiar with. That very few people are very familiar with because they have not experienced that level of awakeness in life and experiences have not brought them to understand that which I experience and see and know and feel. I may be delusional. I may be experiencing some level of delusion. I may be not. Who is to say? All people can do is speculate about what they think, but they can't speculate about what they don't know and actually make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to try to experience and speculate something that you have not yet experienced or have the fullest grasp of understanding about. So why would you force that when it is supposed to happen naturally? Levels of understanding happen gradually. When you are ready to understand something, that is when you will understand it. Might not be in accordance to the time that human beings, us men, have designated, but it's still in accordance to God's plan. If you believe in God, if you're bold enough in this era, in this generation of fucking demonic motherfuckers to believe in God, you have a responsibility here. You have a huge burden to help push forward the agenda of God's. And you feel that in your heart, in your spirit. You don't just wake up in the morning and figure it out. I don't believe that. I believe your destiny, what you've been through and experienced and seen and witnessed and felt and tasted, and all that has prepared you to have a level of awakening and awareness at some given point, and that God has pre-designed and planned all this out before you were even born. That this is the reason why this is this way and that's that way. I don't preach to be preachy. I preach to be teachy. Therefore, I teach what I experience and I reach out to all of you motherfuckers out here because y'all need to see and experience life in its most uncomfortable forms. It ain't about what's glitzing and glamming and beautiful. It ain't always about what looks good or what feels good, but it's about what's necessary. You go through necessary changes, necessary phases, necessary relationships, necessary dysfunction, but all of it's necessary. Even when you go to those, keep reoccurring, be going to these places over and over again, and you don't know why. It's necessary because you didn't get the message. You didn't get what the assignment was then and there. So you have to keep repeating it until you can pass. That's just what it is. Life is like school. And when you're ready to, and you don't fail, you don't get left behind. What happens is you leave yourself behind. Because there's not no power that anything in the universe has over you that you don't have as far as getting it. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. You can learn anything. But the problem is, and we're still distracted with all this other stuff that's going on, to really pay attention to the lesson. And this happens a lot of times. This happened to me when I was in college. I knew the material and I could remember that material and I could apply that knowledge that I had when it's necessary, but I still couldn't focus because I had my mind on other things that had nothing to do with my schooling and my lesson and what I was supposed to be learning in there. I set myself back in doing that. And now that I know that, you think it's going to be just that easy for me to keep pushing, but it's not. It's not going to be easy to keep pushing. It's going to be that much harder because when you know, it's a bigger responsibility on you. Now that you know, I'm going to put some more information on you to make you guide you in the right direction that you need to be going. Might not be the direction that you feel like you need to go, but it's God's direction. And when I say God is a natural, like, don't think about a being. God is something bigger than yourself. And whatever that is to you. Nobody can tell you, hey, because I believe in this God, that you're supposed to believe as I do. No, no, no. It's based off of your own understanding and your own awareness of what that thing greater than yourself is. Nobody can control your thought process and your connection with the higher being that is God, that is within all of us, but it's also without, meaning without, it's outside of us too. Where does this come from? Where do these, you know what I'm saying? How could somebody that's so uh, drawn and enamored to all things dark and demonic and occult be someone to speak about God or know or experience God at some level? It's because affliction is what brought me closer to understanding of God and his existence. I feel that he, and I like to say he, and I like to refer to him as he, because I envision in my mind men as a supreme between the two, you know? And it all started with man. It all started from man. But man came from the universe, that universe birthed the man. So I guess you could say the universe is a woman, which is everything. It's the most powerful. But what is the universe without God? And God is a man to me. I don't care what nobody say. You can say what you want to say. You can call me what you want to call me. But I know men have power that women don't. We got powers too. We have intuition. We have empathy. We have nurturing. We have all these set skills that we could use and really help and make and nurture and grow things into beautiful things. But we are not men. And we need men to build the foundation too. And they have to teach stuff too. And sometimes they might have a more intuition than we do also. You can't just lump everybody in the same category based off of gender. It's not fair. So that's why you don't want to refer to God as he, that's you. But me, I love him. I love men. I could not be a lesbian because I love men too much. I might could be bisexual, but I love a man too much to be a lesbian. I have a lot of frustration also with men, but it's not just them, it's humanity, you know? And I feel like a lot of times that same frustration and disdain that I have for humanity, mankind, is the same disdain that God has too, which is why he allows for certain things that are fucked up to happen to us. But the only thing we can do is learn and try to be better. But because we're human beings, we are destined to fuck up. And that's just what it is. But at what point and does a fucking up cease to exist? At what point? And yes, I am rambling. I ramble, ramble, ramble. That's what I do. I get into these little tangents and I just go on and on and on and on. But and somewhere in that rambling, there was something that I said that resonated. It resonated with you, and also you felt like I was onto something, and I made sense. So I hope you take that with you, and you use that to keep you going on your journey, and hopefully more answers, more insight comes your way on your journey, and you figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing here. My journey and my mission here is what I'm doing right now. Is sharing and talking and through experience, And please, if you watch this video, if you watch this live years from now, please do this one favor for me. Really look at your life and look at where you're going, and look at where you want to be going, and see if that matches, and also see what's guiding you through everything. I think the material thing should not guide you to anything spiritual that you're doing. It has to be deeper than that. To come to a better understanding, a deeper understanding of life and appreciation for life, in nurturing souls and helping those souls to progress happily and contently in life, so that they are not drifting when they are supposed to be no longer. We must make it so that we have the least amount of regrets when we pass on. The least amount of unfinished things that we should have, could have, would have said, expressed to people, as far as emotions. And I'm not talking about things you should have said or did, as far as like to have fun, like enjoy life. Don't get it twisted, but there's some important things that need to be said to futures in the past before they pass on. It needs to saturate, and it needs to be passed down, because the generational curses will continue to plague our people and to hold them back unless we start to address some of these things. I don't know what it is with my family. It's really dark. Depression, a lot of fears holding us back, um, a lot of traumas from both sides, maternal and paternal. So, have to address all of those things in order to really be able to help the future, the further generations, to be the best that they can be, and to not further damage the future of our generations, of our legacies that we want to keep alive and going. I really want to cry sometimes. A lot of times I feel weak, get that I want to cry and take off my wig and just like be free. But if I snatch this wig off, I'm not going to be free no more, because I'm still going to be, oh, you worried about that you look like this without a wig on? Yes, very much so, sir, ma'am. I'm very self-conscious about my head, how it looks without a wig on. Or better yet, don't even focus on the wig. Focus on my actual self that's coming out of my head. How short and fucked up it looks. How I be looking like old dirty bastard by the head. I'm just gonna assume he had his hair looking like this. But at what point do you look at yourself and you be like, I don't care about this shit. because this is not a part of who I am. This is just an extension of my physical body, but it's not who I am. Because I could cut off all this hair and I'm still going to be the same personality I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good note to spray to get my hair to stay down. It's not going to. Definitely not going to, but doesn't matter. We want to, you know, I guess if I probably washed it or something, it would stay down then. But as it is right now, it ain't gonna stay down. It just don't want to do it. It just don't want to do it. And sometimes it's just be like that. No matter how much you want it to go a certain way, it's just gonna go the way that it wants to go. And you have to be okay with it because it's the natural order of things. It is the way that it is for reasons that you may not understand, but you might not be ready to understand it right now. And that's okay. It's okay. Um, I wonder, you know, sometimes I wonder, I have questions about things and people. Stuff don't make sense to me. I gotta ask questions. But I really don't need to know everything. And I don't think anybody does. Honestly. Nobody needs to know everything. Knowing everything is not necessary. It's not one of them things. But I don't know why I put this stuff under my eyes. I really don't like the fact that I did this. Uh, Also, somebody that I know about, very familiar with them, that they that they um been missing. I wonder if they're okay. It feels so good. This is what I do. No, I don't mind. No, it feels so good. Feels so cold coming out that can, right? When you spraying your hands with disinfectant and then wiping it with the top. It's feels awesome, amazing. And look at my hands. Look at my hands. Do they not look sparkly and clean? Yeah. Would you not eat anything off these hands? And they smell amazing. I'm really addicted to spraying disinfectant on myself. It's probably going to get me sick, but I really don't care at this point. Don't matter because it's funny and it's fun. And oh, thank you so much for your judgment. You know you're not here now. You're probably looking at me picking at inside of my ear with this thing and like, ew, what is she doing? That's what I'm doing, literally. Itching inside of my ear with this. And I'm about to get ready to go to sleep in a minute, actually. So it was a nice, enjoying day. Even though people hate me, lots of people hate me. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that I was so hateable out here, but I am. And it's completely fine. Because I don't do this to be more loved. If I needed more love, I know how to seek it out. Um, what I need more of, I don't think this world has. To be completely honest, I'm just saying it's not even existing based on anything that I can experience or witness. So put on my hat, lay down, and if I lay down, I'm gonna stay down. So it's gonna be it for the out for the count for the rest of the night. Cause I am over it. Feel me? So there we go. There's my bed. That's where I sleep. You guys. Mm. Okay, so yeah, there is what you. This is so ghetto, you guys. I always do this all the time. I sleep on the floor. I'll be tired where bitch sleeping on the floor. Could be sleeping in a basket, in a fucking something else. But this is what I'm doing right now. And so be it. I did. I did. Oh, yes, it's so good. Oh my god, I'm so in love right now. I'm so in love. Oh my god. I hope that I could learn to be more submissive to get all the things I desire and I need in life. Amen. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Who is that lady? Child. Not roast the host. Baby, you want an eagle sign. Bye, 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 bye. I think about you all the time. Oh, my. Hey, okay. Oh, now that I can't talk anymore, I guess that's defeats the whole purpose of being live. So while I'm bobbling my head and shit for no fucking reason, apparent that I fucking know, I'm just gonna go and alleviate myself from this fucking platform for the now, and I'll be back later to check in if I'm still alive, if I haven't killed myself by then. I hope I don't. I be having dark thoughts sometimes, and I have the devices to do it, but won't do it. Anyways, battling those thoughts every day is real. Oh, you can never know how somebody's feeling and what they're struggling with, so be nice. That's it. Bye. That's it. Bye.